and begin. So, this actually brings a tear to my eye as of happiness. I'm not a fan of these hyper leftist regressive news outlets, which basically is most 99% of them apparently. Maybe that percentage is too high, but I don't care at this point. But this is what's interesting. Here from TheWrap.com, Salon Media announces $5 million sale, bankruptcy and liquidation, threatened if deal fails. I hope it fails. Now, you may say, like, well, Art, what about your feelings about all those people losing their jobs? How do I feel about them? Well, remember back, I don't remember, I think it was in the Obama administration, and some one of those coal companies were losing out and losing business because the coal was being, coal companies were being shut down due to like green energy and also the big crap. Well, some erudite, pretentious news outlets said, hey, those guys should learn to code. And you know what? Here's my advice, Salon employees, if this deal fails. Learn to code. That's right. You heard it correctly. Learn to code. Or you know what? I don't know. Go on unemployment for a while. There you go. So let's just go over this article real quick. I don't want to spend an hour like I did in one of the live streams I did yesterday, I think, because I was hot. I was mad. But the company says in an SEC filing, we have agreed to sell substantially all of our assets. Assets also include, I think, debt. So how much debt do they have is the real question. Salon Media says it reached an 11th hour deal to sell the company and its flagship property, Salon.com, for $5 million in SEC value. It's also revealed its position was dire and that it would face imminent bankruptcy and liquidation if the deal should fall through. This comes from the filing read. It says, we have agreed to sell substantially all of our assets, including all pertinent intellectual property rights, comprising the company's business of owning, operating, and publishing the website known as Salon.com. The company buying Salon name as only a Salon.com LLC, and it appeared to be getting even better deal on the top line figures first suggest. To complete the sale, the buyer need only pay $550,000 at closing, with an additional $100,000 left in escrow account. This filing also showed the deposit of $500,000 had already been paid. So it looks like it will go through. What does that mean? Nothing really. I mean, I don't know anybody in my circle of, albeit small circle of friends, who read Salon.com. Not at all. My circle, basically my small circle of friends, watch the legacy news, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, CNN, etc. But they don't really read Salon.com. Now, I think the type of person that does read Salon.com is looking for that edgy left-wing sort of, orange mad bad. Get on a soapbox and blast away. So, again, I haven't read much of their work, but for some of the stuff I did come across, it was garbage. It was reporting just like Joseph frickin' Bernstein. A lot of their journalists, quote unquote, veil their reporting behind bias editorial process. So they're not, basically Salon is a mouthpiece for the Democratic Party and the Socialist part, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. They're not looking out for the best interests of the country. They're only looking out for a political party. Now you could say, what was the thing about Fox? Well, at least Fox has people on there like Shepard Smith and Donna Brazile, apparently. Ugh. I mean, don't get me wrong. Donna Brazile seems like a nice person. However, she's a Democrat, so... But neither here nor there. Okay. This is where it gets to the interest rate. The outstanding $3.85 million chunk would be paid in 2 subsequent installments over the next 2 years. News of the sale first reported by the New York Post columnist Keith Kelly. Though it was once a powerful force in the early days of internet blogging and prominent incubator of talent, the website has fallen on hard times in recent years. May 3rd, the file revealed that CEO Jordan Hoffner departed the company. Salon's longtime chief or CFO, Elizabeth Hambrecht, also jumped ship last October. Both executives remained on Salon masthead as of May 15th, while emails from the Wrap to the website's official press team bounced back. Not a good idea. Not good. Reached by phone, Hoffner told the Wrap that he had taken another job and there was nothing notorious about his departure. He declined to comment further. Right. The company's troubles, however, began long before they were documented in detail in 2016 Politico magazine story, which revealed that for years Salon, deeply unprofitable, imagine that, had been kept afloat by elderly benefactors John Warnock and co-founder of Adobe, Bill Hambrecht, a venture capitalist. I wonder if Bill Hambrecht and Elizabeth Hambrecht are related. Probably. Husband, wife, sister, brother, who knows. There are now 78 and 84 respectively. Whoa. Damn. Quote, because Salon has run deficits for almost every quarter since it was founded. The company has relied on regular interest-free cash advances from Warnock, chairman of Salon's board, and Hambrecht, a board member, unquote. Politico wrote at the time, quote, from Salon's founding until the end of the 2015, the most recent data available, Warnock and Hambrecht have given the company nearly $20 million in cash advances, and Warnock also personally guaranteed $1 million line of credit. Wow. So there you go, folks. I don't necessarily think this is the new but old saying, get woke, go broke. But I think that, in my opinion, of course, that no one was really trafficking their site. And how I kind of know that is that if you go to like a news aggregate site like George Report, very rarely did he ever post something from Salon. It did happen occasionally, but it wasn't to the effect. And that can only, because once you go on Drudge and you get, once you have Drudge or his team puts your news article on Drudge Report gets what, 1 billion views a month or something crazy. Maybe that's too high, but he gets a very high traffic rate, and that traffic rate diverts other people to certain content. And like I said, I don't know anybody that looks at Salon or has a Salon t-shirt and goes, yes, this guy from Salon blah 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 had a really interesting article. Never heard of it. Could it have happened? Sure. Did it happen? Nah. So again, this might sound mean, this might sound, un-PC, but I don't care. I'm glad that they're falling on hard times. And you'd be a fool to buy the name Salon.com. That's just my opinion, of course, but, I'm not Paul Harvey here. So, again, this is great news. This is to cut the fat off the rest of the news sites that don't really need to be there, because when you get a steak, you don't go, you know what, can you season the fat a little bit more? Because I like to eat the fat the most. No one likes to eat the fat. And Salon is that big piece of fat on the ribeye that you're not going to eat. Either you're going to throw to your dog or you're just going to let the waiter take away. But you're not taking it back home. So why would you? So that's all really I got to say about this. So thumbs up for Salon going down. And that's all. Maybe I'll do something later. I'm going to play a video game because I'm bored.